It's now time for the 1017 The Team High School Basketball Halftime Show with Austin Denton. Take it away, Austin.
And we're back here live from La Cueva High School. The La Cueva Bears trailing the West Mesa Mustangs at the moment, 22-14 as we approach halftime here from La Cueva High School. Thanks for tuning into the New Center Credit Union Halftime Show. I'm Austin Denton. Now you can pay with Lobo Pride. Stop by any New Center Credit Union branch to get your new UNM Lobos credit and debit cards. Getting your card is simple and free. Visit newcenter.org for details. Federally insured by NCUA, equal opportunity. Let's go ahead and take a look at all the stats that are taking place right now. First, for our leaders in the contest and the away team in the contest, the West Mesa Mustangs. Right now, we have a three-way tie for the leading scorers, each with 5 points each. That's between Esperanza Vados, Emily Burke, and Cece Borella. Borella, 2 of 2, perfect from field goal range. Burke is 1 of 3 from field goal range. And Esperanza Vados is a perfect 1 of 1 from field goal range. Now we take a look at Borella's stats, with Borella being 2 of 2 from the perfect field goal range. She also has 3 rebounds on the night, 2 defensive and 1 offensive, and that's pretty much it for her, along with a steal as well. Now you take a look at Burke's stats. She's 1 of 3 from field goal range, 1 of 1 from 2-point range, 0 of 2 from 3-point range, but she is 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Vados also is 3 of 4 from the free throw line. That makes the Mustangs overall as a team 8 of 10, with Jaden Castellano going with 2 points, both off of free throws. That makes the Mustangs 8 of 10 from the free throw line. Also pitching in points is Maya Rivas. She's 1 of 5 from field goal range with a 3-pointer. And then Jennifer Martinez and Jaden Castellano have 2 each. Overall, West Mesa is shooting 37.5% from field goal range, 4 of 8 from 2-point range, and 2 of 8 from 3-point range. They're 8 of 10 from the free throw line, like we said. They also have 8 rebounds on the night, 5 defensive and 3 offensive, and they also have picked up 7 turnovers and 4 steals. Now for the La Cueva Bears, leading the way right now is Deja Sandoval and Rachel Hadhoot. Sandoval has 4, and Hadhoot also with 4. Sandoval, 2 of 5 from field goal range, all of that coming from 2-point range. And then you also have Rachel Hadhoot, 2 of 3 from field goal range, 2 of 3 from 2-point range. And also pitching in on the scoring side of things is Carolina Romero, Riley Ottman, and Tiona Savick. The freshmen each have 2 points. Romero 0 of 2 from field goal range, but a perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Then you also have Riley Ottman, who's 1 of 5 from field goal range, and Savick, who is 1 of 3 from field goal range as well. Overall, the Bears are shooting 27.3%. That's 6 of 22 from field goal range. They have not made a single 3-pointer tonight. They are 0 of 7 from 3-point range. The Lady Bears have only gone to the free throw line 3 times, and they are 2 of 3 from there. Overall, they've picked up 15 rebounds, 9 offensive and 6 defensive, and then they have also, unfortunately for them, picked up 10 turnovers on the night. That has proven to be crucial. They also have a block and 6 steals. So basically right now, La Cueva out-rebounding West Mesa 15-8, but have picked up a lot of crucial turnovers that have really hurt them here in the downstretch of this half. It really has not been the greatest of games for La Cueva right now, and they will look to bounce back when they come back onto the court. Now we're going to bring in Brian O'Neill for our first half analysis. And Brian, it's like I was just telling the viewers, right now the turnovers have really been a factor tonight for La Cueva. La Cueva has picked up 10 turnovers on the night, while West Mesa has picked up 7. Obviously, it's been key for them when it's come to possessions.
Yeah, you know, the thing about this game, Austin, more than anything is, La Cueva's getting the shots I think they want. And but they're just not able to fall, and they got in a little bit of foul trouble with Ingram, especially on a couple of touch fouls. But and then they just struggled so much there in the second quarter. And I know Ingram was on the bench the majority of that time, but if you're Robert Prey, you say to yourself, hey, let's just get a couple of these buckets to fall, and we got a completely different basketball game.
Right, exactly. And speaking of La Cueva shooting, they are 6-22 from field goal range. That's 27%, while West Mesa is 6-16. That's 37%. So overall, it's been, I guess you could say, a pretty defensive game, especially with the amount of turnovers, the amount of steals, the amount of blocks, etc.
Yeah, no, it has been, and I expected a few more points to be scored. But,
so did I.
Yeah, but a lot of it, I think, it's just the fact that, like we just talked about, these balls just aren't falling. I like what Cueva's doing defensively against West Mesa. I think they're doing a great job off the dribble. I think they're doing a great job of closing out on the perimeter. But it's just where they're not doing a great job is scoring the basketball.
Definitely. And finally, before we head back into second half action, basically the fouling, again, has been that issue for La Cueva, which West Mesa has been doing a good job of drawing them into those fouls. Do you expect them to do more of the same here in the second half?
Well, I think that's their bread and butter, and I think they just continue to put pressure on the defense. But I think if I'm Manny Otero right now, I think I'm a little bit concerned with my I would say kind of how they're gelling and their structure on offense. I don't think it's running as smooth as he wants things to, and I don't think they're moving the ball and playing as quick as they were early in the year. And I don't know if they're fatigued or if teams are starting to lock into what they're doing, but I think they've got to get a little bit better flow here leading into the state tournament.
Well, Brian, as always, thank you for your first half analysis, and that'll do it for the New Center Credit Union Halftime Show. But don't go anywhere. Scott Coletti and Brian O'Neill will bring you second half action here in just a few moments. You're listening to the Larry H. Miller Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Game of the Week, ESPN Radio 1017 The Team.
You've been listening to the 1017 The Team High School Basketball Halftime Show with Austin Denton. The second half is up next, right here on ESPN Radio 1017 The Team.
All right, Coach Otero, so safe to say that tonight was a very defensive game. Quite a few turnovers on both sides of the court. But did you kind of expect that going into this game, that this would be sort of more defensive and also very aggressive on both sides of the court?
Yeah, you're exactly right. We expect to have a physical game every time we play La Cueva. They have great defenders, they have great offense, and it's going to be a grind every time we play. There's not much separation between the both teams, and Coach Padilla did a great job preparing them today, and we're just fortunate to come out with a win today.
Most definitely. Now, Esperanza Vados leading the way. Obviously, she just made her commitment to Army. She leads the way with 10 points, 2 of 3 from field goal range. Talk about her performance tonight and the overall production of your team.
She did well. It was more of a team effort today. It wasn't one person that did all the scoring, or it was just an ugly, grind 'em out game. And like I said before, when you play La Cueva, they make you fight for everything, and we're just happy to come out ahead, like I said.
Most definitely. 8 steals on the night tonight from your team. Was that one of those other points of emphasis going into this?
Yeah, actually, our team forces a lot of turnovers. La Cueva actually did a good job of not turning the ball over. We only had 8 steals. Usually we average around 15 to 20 steals a game, and they did a great job of handling their pressure. And like I say, man, they're physical and they're tough, and it's just awesome to see our district doing so well, and we look forward to state and seeing what our district can do.
Most definitely. Scott, what you got?